Today, we are digging into something big that's happening in robotics. You know, in the last few months, a series of events have popped up that signal a massive, massive shift. And we're not just talking about small upgrades here. Something fundamental is changing. And honestly, it's happening way faster than pretty much anyone expected.
So let me ask you a question. What do you think is harder for a robot to do? Lift a 50-pound box or thread a tiny needle? The answer might actually surprise you. See, for years, robots have been masters of heavy lifting, but that delicate little act of threading a needle? Almost impossible. And understanding why that is reveals this huge threshold we have just blown past in artificial intelligence. Okay, let's get into it.
For decades, when you thought of a robot, you probably pictured something on a car assembly line, right? All about brute strength, perfect repetition, over and over in a totally controlled space. But a whole new generation of robots is starting to show up, and they're defined by something completely different. We're talking about finesse, sensory feedback, and, this is the big one, the ability to adapt when things don't go exactly as planned.
And this all really kicked off with this one incredible demonstration over in China. It was December 22nd, and a humanoid robot pulled off a task that has been, and I mean this literally, a complete nightmare for automation engineers for decades. It showcased a skill that, until now, we really thought was just for humans.
This was not some pre-programmed animation. A robot from a brand new company called Robotics sat down in front of a live audience, it threaded a needle, and it just started stitching a logo. Now, this isn't really about making your next t-shirt. This is a massive demonstration of mastering fine motor control with soft, unpredictable materials. That's been the barrier for machines forever.
So what makes this so ridiculously hard? Well, think about it. The thread stretches and twists in ways you can't predict. The fabric shifts and deforms under the needle. The robot has to constantly, second by second, adjust the force it's using and coordinate both of its hands perfectly. One tiny mistake and the whole thing is ruined. And here's the kicker. These are the exact same problems that have stopped robots from doing things like assembling complex wiring in a car or handling delicate circuit boards in a factory.
And you know who noticed? Investors, big time. This one capability is so valuable that Robotics, a company that's less than a year old, raised a staggering $242 million in its first year. That's not an investment in a fancy sewing machine, folks. That is a massive bet on a whole new class of adaptable, skillful, robotic labor.
So the big question is, how did they pull this off? Well, the company's CEO talked about their secret sauce, a totally new approach that changes the game for how robots learn and deal with the real world. And it's all built on something they call the data, AI, physics trinity.
So this is their data, AI, physics trinity. And it's a total flip of the old way of doing things. Instead of programming a robot for one specific job, like stitch this logo, they gather just tons of real-world data to train a general AI model on basic skills, things like balance, coordination, how to apply force. Then those skills can be used for all sorts of different jobs.
And this quote from the CEO really just nails the core breakthrough. For so long in robotics, you could have something work perfectly in a computer simulation, but it would just fail spectacularly in the real world. Robotics is claiming they've closed that gap. What their AI learns on a computer actually works on the physical robot, which is exactly why it didn't mess up on stage.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting. This wasn't just some one-off event. Right around the exact same time, other major companies started showing just how quickly this new embodied AI is popping up everywhere. In stores, in factories, and maybe even in our homes. Literally the very next day, over in the US, the CEO of Figure AI posted a video of their humanoid robot having a pretty casual conversation with a person. It could understand what was being said, pick out different shirt sizes from a basket, and just hand them over. It was a really impressive piece of human-robot teamwork. But people watching online immediately noticed a little hiccup. There was this 2 to 3 second delay before the robot would actually answer a question. You know that pause? It kind of felt like waiting for a web page to load on old dial-up internet. It just goes to show you, while the physical movements are getting super smooth, making the conversation feel truly natural, that's still a work in progress.
At the same time, over in the consumer world, a company called VBot AI put a fully autonomous robot dog up for sale. And get this, in just 52 minutes, they sold over 1,000 of them. This wasn't some Kickstarter promise. This was a real product for over $1,000 that sold out almost instantly. It's just proof that there's a huge public appetite for smart, capable robots right now.
And this isn't just about demos and cool gadgets anymore. It's moving into serious, heavy industry. KATL, the biggest electric vehicle battery maker on the planet, just officially launched what they're calling the first ever large-scale production line powered by humanoid robots. So meet Shamo. This robot is now on the factory floor, handling the final high-voltage checks on battery packs. Now, this is a super critical job, but it's also really dangerous for people. The robot not only completely eliminates that safety risk, it also works with over 99% accuracy, 24/7, and it gets through almost 3 times the daily workload of a human worker.
Okay, so you've got these incredible breakthroughs in dexterity, in conversation, in consumer sales, and now in real-world industrial jobs. It feels like all of these separate streams are flowing together, culminating in a huge public debut for what is, arguably, the most famous robot in the world. This is what's setting the stage for the next phase of the revolution.
And of course, we are talking about Atlas from Boston Dynamics. For years, we've all seen the viral videos, right? The parkour, the backflips, all the crazy stuff. But since being bought by Hyundai, it's been quietly working in pilot programs inside their EV factories. And now, it is scheduled to make its first ever live public demonstration at the Consumer Electronics Show in 2026.
And this is no small experiment. Hyundai is planning to pour $34 billion into AI and robotics over the next 4 years. Let that sink in. They're even building a factory right here in the US that can churn out 30,000 humanoid robots a year. This is a massive company-defining bet on robotics as the future of industry.
So, what's the crucial point here? When you connect all the dots, the embroidery, the conversation, the factory work, the consumer hype, the massive investment, a really clear picture starts to form. We have hit an inflection point. The era of general-purpose, learning robots that we've all been promised for so long, it's not science fiction anymore. It's here. That shift from programming a robot for a single task to teaching it general skills, that is everything. The ability to embroider today could so easily become the ability to perform delicate surgery or repair incredibly complex machinery tomorrow. And that leaves us with one final, pretty fascinating question to think about.